been in the last 12, 24 hours. You rightly, the Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, Keir Starmer, and the European leaders. You know, there is an awful lot of pressure on this cohort of leaders now to try to find a solution. Now, if it had all gone well yesterday between President Trump and President Zelensky, then they would have been entering into this European leaders summit with a sense of momentum. The French President Emmanuel Macron had a good meeting in Washington. So had Sir Keir Starmer. And if President Zelensky had done the same, then there would have been an enormous amount of optimism. That is not the situation that we are in today. President Vladimir Zelensky landed here in London battered and bruised, and he will want to be taken into the fold by not only Keir Starmer, but European leaders too. They were meant to meet in Downing Street tomorrow. It's no surprise that that's been brought forward. In the next few hours, we expect to see both leaders here at Downing Street, mulling over, having an inquest into what happened yesterday. And this puts the British Prime Minister in quite a tricky position. One not without risk, but one with also potential rewards. It positions the British Prime Minister as a kind of peacemaker between Volodymyr Zelensky and President Trump. It's in his interests and Europe's interests that this relationship is brought back together. Quite how we do that from this position is not quite clear. You know, yesterday's meeting, one of the most memorable bits of that was berating Volodymyr Zelensky, saying you're gambling with World War III, and repeating that again. One of the critical points of that meeting yesterday was to try to secure some security guarantees from the United States and not be elected without that guarantee. And that ratchets up the risk of Ukraine with Europe in trying to find that lasting peace in Ukraine between Ukraine and Russia. Now, within all of this, European leaders are trying to show Donald Trump that they are taking this seriously. The British Prime Minister is increasing defence spending to 2.5% of GDP by 2037, taking a cut of the foreign aid budget in order to do that. And other leaders are expected to say that they will pull their weight. All critical signs of trying to appease Donald Trump. Yesterday was really crucial, and there were some really critical moments to make. In many ways, this has been brilliant. Tomorrow, I think it's 16 European leaders will take part in this summit. Ursula von der Leyen of the EU, Mark Rutte of NATO, of course, Keir Starmer. Today, all about Keir Starmer and Volodymyr Zelensky getting together and figuring out
that man there.
critical stakeholder meetings, Donald Trump and the United States.
Again, I'll warn you when the whole group comes, they might want to move you.
Yeah, but we can set up then. There's no like designated spot.
There's kind of an understanding that
I just asked.
Yeah, there's kind of an understanding between the crews that it's kind of Sky, ITV, UK get from door shot, then it's everyone else around us. But like I say, I'm here, I'm not going to argue. When he gets here, he can argue with you.
And I just checked with them. I'm sure they make the rules. They said set up whatever you want.
Yeah. They will tell you, the policeman will tell you, the Commons team.
No, not police. They said set up anywhere you want.
There isn't, but there is an understanding that I explained to you that the network to get the door shot.
Everyone needs to get the
Agreed.
I'll let them do it.
I've got Bruno. Yeah. expecting the Ukrainian President to arrive down this afternoon for a meeting that was meant to take place tomorrow. So I continue talking.
you doing? See you for a little while?
unprecedented nature of the events in the past day or so still has been moved forward, and what we'll be looking to speak to Keir Starmer about is most likely how to repair his relationship with Donald Trump after that disastrous news from the White House in Russia. We know that Zelensky does support the operation in America. He needs that country's help to continue defending Ukraine. He will most likely be looking to Keir Starmer in help to achieve that. And that's because Keir Starmer had what most people in Downing Street considered a very successful visit to the White House on Thursday. There were warm words exchanged and all very cordial, but even though Starmer did not manage to extract US security guarantees for Ukraine, which was what he got, it was seen as good groundwork ahead of Zelensky's visit to the White House just one day after that. But as we know now, that has gone very badly wrong. But just there could be a role here for Keir Starmer as kind of a peacemaker between Russia and Ukraine, but between Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky, we know that he's spoken to both leaders after their visit in the White House, and he could potentially be now a bridge to try to bring them back together. There's been pretty much universal support among Jews for this full push for Zelensky. We've heard from French President Macron saying that it's important to remember who the aggressor is in this conflict, and that was Russia. Similar statements coming from the leaders of Austria, Poland, the Czech Republic. One notable outlier there was the Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban. That struck me what he thought of his bravery in standing for peace, but he really was the odd voice there among pretty much universal support for Ukraine. Tomorrow, on Sunday, there will be this meeting of European leaders, which was in the votes for the disastrous meeting in the White House between Trump and Zelensky. However, it now takes on an even higher importance because these European leaders are facing a very real prospect that the US may pull their listeners from Ukraine, and they have to see if they are able to step up to that challenge and feel the importance of that potentially maybe that's what it was.
Hello. You okay?
Yeah, good. I'm sorry to bother you, but do you know what time we're expecting Zelensky to arrive? 5:15. Really? Okay. Good to know. Thank you. Because there isn't that many people.
What, here?
Yeah, at the moment. I mean, I've seen more. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
well,
that's
it's
what I
a
was.
big thing, but I think because the day has been moved around a little bit, it's supposed to be 2 now. It's
Okay,
5, so
okay.
I'm not quite sure if everyone's
Okay.
messing up, but I think this will probably be it.
Okay, okay, good. So yeah, 5 p.m. so 6 p.m. And is it for sure? Or? No, no, of course.
Roughly 5:15, I'm being told. That's the
Okay.
information I have.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Who do you work for already?
BBC.
Yeah, because I think we spoke
Yeah,
a few
I remember
times.
you. Yeah, I remember you. I the accent.
Yeah, I can't get rid of that. Although I've been living here for 10 years.
Oh wow, okay.
Okay, thank you very
You're
much.
welcome,
Thank you
you're
very
welcome.
much.
La News 24 delle 16. Delle 16. Pronto? Quindi? Quindi? Vediamo Zelensky perché arriva. Quindi la risolvete voi questa cosa o dobbiamo chiamare noi?
Da Londra la prima destinazione del Presidente ucraino dopo il durissimo confronto ieri con l'amministrazione americana. Il Presidente purtroppo dice Musk nello studio ovale che i giornali inglesi hanno definito un agguato. Starmer lo riceve a Downing Street.
Ok, sono salito, quindi dovreste già vedere.
La posizione sostegno all'Ucraina, sostegno a Zelensky, nessuna trattativa di pace senza l'Ucraina al tavolo, garanzie per mantenere la pace. Se la trattativa arriverà con il Regno Unito, da sempre partiamo dall'Ucraina da quando è iniziata
Ok, questa è una prova audio da Londra, Downing Street, diretta da Tree Houses, la News 24, ok?
It's been lovely.
Ottimo.
Well, I say it's been lovely, but I've been here when my little boy's been here.
completamente il contesto. Domani mattina
This is less working hot.
I say that standing out in the cold.
Yeah, so as we said,
del Consiglio Meloni, quando
doing
i
anything to
leader
make
europei,
sure
i vertici
Yeah.
dell'Unione e della NATO, la Turchia, la speranza.
oh no, how old is it?
15 months. So I've got a little toddling around now. It's pulling out control.
Causing carnage.
Pulling carnage now, yeah. So it's not baby freaking out. Enjoyed that. It's frightening to build as well. I want to get a job, so yeah. A couple of jobs to do.
So it's not really a week off? No.
I'm kind of trying to do like 2 days of work and then take a couple of days off, something like that. But undoubtedly I'll end up doing nursery runs and things like that. So enjoy.
Could be worse. Well, you signed up for that one, didn't you? Right?
Yes, I did. Didn't realise how much expensive nursery was. You got kids?
No.
They're great. They're great, but they are chaos.
My other half's got two very, very young sons. One of them was 3.
Just for the short age,
Yes.
they're quite nice like
But
that.
watching that trajectory being like really cute.
The girls are good.
Il coordinamento
'They just become
0044
slightly more manic as they get older.
boys tend to be really
7770.
quite rough. Girls tend to be a little bit more dainty. Girls tend to take
Sono 3 i 7.
pieces, but yeah, wow. I really well with this stuff.
837.
Just to get off stage. Two of my nieces were lovely.
Until they weren't.
Until they weren't. Yeah, until they weren't.
This was
Is that your only one? Or?
Yeah, just a lot. Yeah. I think these kids for a very long time. Life change. Do want kids. I changed my mind. I think my wife was jumping with joy at that point.
Per adesso non ci sono
So I did.
Problem is, there's no trial. You know, I mean, you'll be like, let's have a go, see how it works out.
But I was always very career focused, so it's happening. It's kind of at the point where I'm like really happy where I want to be finally.
There's a conversation about like, what's next?
Yeah.
I mean, either have to start having that conversation. It's a simple thing. It's like, oh, well, until I get to a point where I'm doing it, I don't want to be trying to
Well, stress, it does change your life in a big way. It's trying to navigate that with your career.
Guarda, io adesso sto qua.
Luckily, childcare is great in holidays.
Che me ne vado a mettere
Stress with that, actually, yeah.
poi se no si resta senza.
So I imagine you were quite uncomfortable hours.
Poi
Like unpredictable.
Very like 4 days on, 4 days off, all over the park overnight. So I
tutte e due le cose.
think I'm going to be moving over to permanent nights. Sure. Quite nice. I like breakfast. I love breakfast jobs. It's always something different. It's more magazine. Yeah, you come down here and you might be just stand out.
And at the end of the day, what you can do now,
No, aspetta,
you've got to
sì,
show
no,
some
no,
kitchen. I mean, that's a lot to kind of
Ma
pile on.
la formula che
I really do like
poi
breakfast.
è un
I always
collegamento
feel like I
più
do
un pezzo.
a bit of creative stuff, like blotting out camera moves with 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I like that kind
So
of
you're going to be doing like more in studio stuff, do you think?
No. All like about
Oh, is it?
whenever breakfast go to bed in the thing or whatever the correspondence is that day out.
Non so se il collegamento lo faremo per dentro da un
Me doing that,
That'll be fun. That'll still be fun.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want. So I'm kind of happy to get
How long
that.
No, davanti c'è
Nearly 10 years of staff, I did 4 years.
Io dovrò andare a scrivere il pezzo e può darsi che quando
Fair one.
arriva Zelensky
Oh, there we are.
insomma ci si stringano, facciano andare via Silvano tutti quanti. Casomai sarà
I
davanti
don't believe so, but I do know we're trying to recruit turning up, but we'll swap. Sky.
Was that Scott? Who's on the Scott?
I don't know. I haven't seen him. I saw his sticks and he's wandered off. I've seen him since, so I don't know if he's my cover.
questo si sta parlando del collegamento delle ciocche.
Maybe learn Sky shooting. Just him off.
Should I go get a ladder and I'll sit?
Ma io non
I will be able to correspond in front of my camera and stuff.
Do they have you working abroad as well then, or you just do it?
Pretty much when it's ended, yeah, whatever they need.
Oh, because you say you're the private thing.
Yeah. I don't do a lot of it. I don't do the.
I just definitely got to do.
Io sono
No,
qua.
I always wanted to do it. It was always like that was my goal, and then ISIS and all that kind of stuff happened. We started getting journalists, ransom, and I kind of had this kind of
Mi dice che lei
just a little bit more dangerous. Like go back to sort of doing your wars and when you're in bed get press flapjack. It's not the same when I'm going to war zone.
alle 16
Well,
bene.
There was always an understanding and exception. It's like, if you're British,
yeah, because it won't help your cause. Unfortunately, with ISIS, they will keep people oppressed and sell on to whoever. Yeah, exactly. No offense to an army, it's a bond or a campaign. Soldiers. The world's media, and we think media, so.
Ok, io ti dico, aspetta, scusami, io ti dico, è arrivato qui, è la prima fermata che è stata di ieri, quello che gli inglesi chiamano l'agguato della Casa Bianca, e incontra... Di domani il summit qui con gli europei, ci sarà anche il bilaterale. Sì. Va bene, ok. Non ci sono dichiarazioni sue nel frattempo, no? Ok. Magari se su WhatsApp. Grazie.
You see medicine tends to be on your German roads. These guys are one probably on the ground.
Ha detto, certo ti sopporta. Mio marito sorriderizza. Ha detto certo che ti sopporta, Silvano. Tanto Silvano. Mi ha detto oh, mi sento Silvano.
Well, this is Finland, that's what it is. Great development.
Yeah, and that's sometimes they know what I mean.
When you speak, do you know what I mean? It's slightly baffled. It's been carried away.
Yeah. That's, I think weirdly enough, I was for a hot minute I was going to go out to India, go be Delhi, out there, and it's all getting arranged. I was spoken to her, and she kind of trained at the station, like, talking about how we ship my goods and my wife over, and kind of where we've been living, all that kind of stuff. And it was really good. And then she rang me, and telling someone's voice, the voice was down. But yeah, I was really sorry. At that point, most of them Europe.
Sì, il presidente ucraino Zelensky sta arrivando qui da a breve ed è la prima tappa naturalmente dopo
It's sad for people who still want to have that. I mean, like, the idea of going
giornata di ieri, pomeriggio di ieri alla Casa Bianca, l'incontro con
Questo è il tuo cosa.
maybe someone who's gone through anything else.
Yes, exactly. Which is what I had, and I went through it.
You spent much time there at all?
I always wanted to. It's always been high on my mind. I've always wanted to visit.
Lasci lo scollegato, quando suona ti colleghi.
incontro con il presidente Trump e il suo vice Vance, quello che i giornali britannici hanno definito un agguato. La posizione di Starmer, del Primo Ministro inglese, resta la stessa, il comunicato di Downing Street, cioè assolutamente a fianco dell'Ucraina, del suo presidente, del suo leader Zelensky, nessuna trattativa sulla pace senza la presenza ucraina al tavolo e la necessità di affrontare la questione delle garanzie perché sia una pace duratura.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Il Regno Unito è da sempre a fianco dell'Ucraina quando è scoppiato il conflitto di pressione russa e il Starmer, eletto quest'estate, lo scorso luglio, ha sempre mantenuto questa posizione. Naturalmente adesso la situazione è complicata dal rapporto con l'alleato, sempre negli Stati Uniti, l'alleato transatlantico l'alleato transatlantico. Starmer ha incontrato il Presidente Trump 2 giorni fa, è stato un incontro che è andato.
That was off my own back, yeah. Again, it's one of those. Just pull together. Well, let's be sensible and like let's.
Anche di tariffe che Trump sarebbe disposto a sospendere al Regno Unito, i giornali hanno commentato molto positivamente come è andato l'incontro, che naturalmente la giornata di ieri ha cambiato radicalmente il contesto. Questa è la situazione alla vigilia del nuovo incontro dei leader europei con il Primo Ministro Starmer, che era già stato che la situazione arrivasse a questo. È un incontro che si terrà domani prima a Lancaster House, dove parteciperanno i leader europei, i vertici dell'Unione, i vertici della NATO. Tra i paesi presenti anche la Turchia, mentre in mattinata Starmer avrà paesi baltici e poi ci sarà il bilaterale con il Presidente del Consiglio Meloni. La giornata di domani, in particolare appunto il summit con i leader europei, deve servire a far emergere una posizione sul futuro dell'Ucraina e dell'Europa. Questa almeno è la speranza. Il Presidente ucraino Zelensky sta arrivando in questo momento, atteso a breve. Il Presidente ucraino Zelensky è atteso a breve qui alla Downing Street, è la prima tappa, il primo punto di arrivo dopo la giornata di ieri e il difficilissimo incontro alla Casa Bianca con l'amministrazione americana, con il Presidente Trump, il suo vice Vance, l'incontro che i giornali inglesi oggi definiscono un agguato. E che ha portato i giornali inglesi oggi definiscono un agguato, che ha portato poi moltissimi leader europei, dal francese al premier spagnolo Sanchez a solidarizzare con Zelensky, ai vertici dell'Unione a solidarizzare con Zelensky. Downing Street, il ministro Starmer ha ribadito la situazione del paese, e cioè a fianco dell'Ucraina, sostegno alla trattativa di pace, ma è impossibile farla senza la presenza dell'Ucraina al tavolo, e rispetto e sostegno al suo leader Zelensky. Il Regno Unito è da sempre a fianco dell'Ucraina da quando è iniziato il conflitto 3 anni fa. Starmer è stato tra l'altro il primo leader mondiale a parlare di boots on the ground, forze di terra, forze di pace che messe per garantire qualsiasi trattativa dovesse essere portata avanti tra Ucraina e Russia. La difficoltà per Starmer e per il governo britannico in questo momento naturalmente è non compromettere troppo il rapporto con gli Stati Uniti. Il Primo Ministro è stato alla Casa Bianca il giorno prima di Zelensky, è stato un incontro di tono completamente diverso da quello che ha avuto Zelensky. I giornali britannici e anche quelli americani hanno parlato di forte rapporto transatlantico, l'amicizia speciale nel nuovo millennio. Ci si è parlato anche di dazi con la possibilità, citato da Trump, di non avere per niente i dazi sul Regno Unito, quindi grande exploit e grande show di amicizia. Dopodiché naturalmente la giornata di ieri ha cambiato completamente il contesto della situazione, e da un'istituto la nostra posizione sull'Ucraina in sostanza non cambia, anche adesso che c'è stata la rottura con gli Stati Uniti. Domani ci sarà il vertice dei leader europei nel pomeriggio a Lancaster House, poco lontano da qui, al quale parteciperanno appunto i paesi europei, parteciperanno anche più vertici dell'Unione, parteciperà anche la Turchia. E in mattinata invece Starmer sarà qui a Downing Street, dove riceverà tra gli altri dove si terrà tra l'altro il bilaterale con la Presidente del Consiglio Meloni. Il vertice del pomeriggio dovrà servire a dare una posizione, una protezione del futuro dell'Ucraina e dell'Europa. Questa è la speranza di tutti.
He's amazing. Well, I'm trying to.
Ci stanno chiamando però. Lo sanno che siamo fuori,
Hello, it's me.
Pronto? 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 Sì, dimmi. Dimmi, pronto? Ciao. Ciao. Sì, buongiorno, dimmi. Senti, io non lo so perché adesso io sono qui sto per fare una diretta adesso per news, poi dopo vado in redazione a seguire. È atteso Zelensky a breve, è una decisione vostra, nel senso che io posso chiudere il pezzo anche all'ultimo. No, non posso chiudere il pezzo anche all'ultimo perché potrei avere una diretta per il TG3, quindi vi chiudo il pezzo prima, forse sì. Forse sì, perché tra Downing Street e la sede c'è un quarto d'ora e quindi forse sì. Forse è meglio fare un pezzo chiuso e poi una diretta, così le ultime, se ci sono cose nuove le posso pubblicare lì. Sì. Ok, va bene, ciao.
I'm going to probably prepare as it comes up on my right.
Dice che chiamano tra 5 minuti.
Cool. All right.
Oh, no, that's fine, that's good.
L'unica cosa, tira via magari se volessi qualcosa da...
Okay. All right. Cool. I'll speak soon. No. We'll do. Thanks. Bye. Bye. All right. They want to leave me up till 4:30. So
Okay.
You've got some time. So
Okay, great.
just
Yeah.
wire it all in and then we'll swap out
Yeah, I just thought I'd put my light down just in case. Yeah, great.
I'm going to be. Because you're staying out and I'm going in.
Oh, okay. That. You'll go in.
Yeah. No, then I'll be here. Cool. You too.
E Londra ha preso il senso del presidente ucraino dopo il durissimo confronto all'amministrazione americana ieri alla Casa Bianca con Trump e il vice Musk, che i giornali britannici oggi definiscono un agguato. Starmer non riceve a Downing Street da parte del Primo Ministro britannico, si ribadisce la posizione, sostegno all'Ucraina, sostegno a Zelensky, nessuna trattativa di pace senza Zelensky al tavolo, garanzie per mantenere eventualmente la pace sono necessarie. Il Regno Unito è da sempre accanto all'Ucraina, da quando è iniziata l'aggressione russa, la difficoltà del Primo Ministro Starmer a questo punto è gestire il rapporto transatlantico. La Ministra dell'Economia Reid ha fatto una dichiarazione poco fa, ha detto noi non dobbiamo scegliere tra Ucraina e Stati Uniti. L'incontro con Trump è stato 2 giorni fa, è durato molto bene, Starmer e Trump hanno comunicato.
Pronto? Pronto? Mi sentite? Vuoi guidare la news, ok? Ok. Senti?
Sento.
Senti?
You're not live yet, are you? You're not live yet?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm just going to move me a little bit this way so we can see the cameraman in.
Io mettiti il punto qua. Ok, quindi c'hai Downing Street alla tua sinistra. Ok? Yeah, vai là.
somewhere here we'll meet. Hopefully. Hello. Hello. See you again.
Ciao, sì, ti sento.
Yes. Yeah. Brilliant. That sounds great. What agreement you're right. No, sorry. 70s.
Sorry, you're right. It's been a long day.
I've got all the details.
Hello, Milena. How are you? My rye as well. This is serious. Serious what you guys are doing. Is that a different camera for you, or that's someone else's camera?
That's mine.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna pack up and I'm going inside when he gets here.
Oh, you're the pool?
Yeah.
All right.
Here we are in Londres. President Vladimir Zelensky is expected to arrive tomorrow morning with French Prime Minister a meeting. There will be
You can have some more room in a minute when I pull
Yeah.
out. Just so it's still on this line. Which is kind of daft.
I know.
Zelensky è arrivato a Londra poco tempo fa e Downing Street è la sua prima destinazione, la prima tappa dopo il turissimo ieri alla Casa Bianca con il Presidente Trump e il Vicepresidente Zelensky. I giornali inglesi hanno descritto come un agguato. Arrivando a Stansted, Zelensky ha detto l'appoggio degli Stati Uniti è cruciale.
Just like half a step that way for me.
That way?
Yeah, just helps me clear my shot, thank you. I still want a pull shot with all this
Oh,
going
you want
on.
a pool shot?
Yeah.
Well, I think that was the
Qui
Hello, Aaron. You're looking fairly
Starmer,
You're about to become the pool.
dopo appunto con le ore drammatiche
Yeah, when you're up, I'll pull out.
ha ribadito la posizione del Regno Unito dicendo che sono da sempre al fianco dell'Ucraina, difesa assoluta della posizione di Zelensky dell'Ucraina che dovrà essere presente al tavolo quando ci saranno trattative di pace. E serviranno appunto per mantenere questa pace. Il Regno Unito è effettivamente da sempre all'inizio dell'aggressione russa al fianco di Kiev. La difficoltà adesso per Starmer è mantenere i rapporti con l'amministrazione americana. 3 giorni fa c'è stato un incontro anche per lui alla Casa Bianca, è stato un incontro molto amichevole con il Presidente Trump. Naturalmente da quel momento ad ora è cambiato completamente il contesto. La situazione è molto diversa. Domani mattina Starmer avrà i primi incontri, Zelensky sarà di nuovo qui, dovrebbe arrivare di nuovo qui di prima mattina, poi ci sarà il Meloni, alle 11 cominceranno ad arrivare i leader europei a Londres House dove si terrà il summit e al termine della giornata dovrebbe arrivare la conferenza stampa di Starmer. L'obiettivo è uscire dalla giornata di domani con una posizione che indichi quale sarà il futuro dell'Ucraina e dell'Europa.
C'è un cappello che va di qua.
Hello.
Do you know what time he's expected? Is it 5 or is it 4?
5:15, we can't say.
5:15 English time, because maybe you
Yes.
always make mistakes.
5:15, but we can't say.
We can't say as in we can't say it.
We can't say. It's operational. We've been given the heads up. Usually an hour ahead they say you can say.
But you need to know.
Don't say. Say. Dice che arriva fra poco.
Isn't giving me time off. Make a difference to BBC, I know. That's very. I've honestly got more pills in here than you.
I don't see.
Got a sort of like a cut price pharmacy.
Joe, are you happy?
Yes, very happy.
Yeah, do you want
just
to
take this?
Yeah. Do you want to find out questions or anything for you, or are you want me to find out questions or duration, or are you just gonna, you know, what you want to say?
We'll just. Like, I'd be shocked if they'd written questions. So, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
We'll get through it.
Cool.
Pronto? Scusa Paolo, non sento, dimmi.
Joe, can you just test those handles?
1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 10 9 8 7 6. What's your name, sorry?
Neve.
Neve.
Hello, I don't think we met. I was
Don't
in
think so.
I was in Millbank for a bit. So you're right in front of number 10. So maybe we'll move you just a little bit more. Yeah. Yes. Lovely.
Does that work? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's nice. So I just need to make sure we get spare clean feet.
Let's do that.
Si è atterrato a Londra, stanze del presidente ucraino Zelensky, e sta per arrivare qui, è atteso a breve qui a Downing Street, la prima tappa dopo la difficilissima giornata di ieri e il durissimo confronto con l'amministrazione. Questo lo vedi?
È al limite. Sì. Così andrebbe bene. E lo stringo un attimino.
No.
Se te mi tiri su io stringo.
Break one of those up.
Sure. Absolutely. It's very kind of keeping me in business.
Oh hi, it's Neve here, Downing Street. Can you see me and can you hear me here with Joe outside number 10? I'm in
Grab and break one.
inject one.
What you don't use will go through. Right, so don't worry about oversaturating yourself. Breaking it up.
Can you test the clean feed? Can you test the clean feed for her?
Lifestyle service.
That's what we do, isn't it?
Very red card. As always.
Joe, can you hear the clean feed?
Maybe not turned on. Yeah,
Right.
hearing that.
I need to fix your English. Great, thanks. Bye. Right. Right, I just need to fix your English. Make it better.
What's wrong with it?
It's just a bit
way there. Yeah, just. I've got you. No, it's alright. It's all good. Are you coming to me about 10 minutes? Or something?
Sì, Zelensky è atterrato all'aeroporto di Stanford e si sta dirigendo qui a Downing Street, dovrebbe arrivare a breve. Atterrando all'aeroporto, appena sceso, ha detto l'appoggio degli Stati Uniti è cruciale in questa situazione e anche ha ribadito di essere pronto a firmare l'accordo sulle terre rare. È la prima tappa questa di Zelensky dopo la durissima giornata di ieri, il confronto terribile alla Casa Bianca che i giornali inglesi hanno definito un agguato da parte del presidente americano Trump e del vice Vance. Qui ad accoglierlo trova appunto il Primo Ministro Starmer che ieri sera ha ribadito la posizione di questo paese a fianco di Zelensky, a fianco dell'Ucraina, in difesa diciamo dell'Ucraina e la necessità soprattutto che Starmer ha sempre ribadito che l'Ucraina sia presente al tavolo delle trattative quando ci sarà la trattativa di pace. Il Regno Unito è da sempre a fianco del paese di Kiev da quando è scoppiata la guerra, quando c'è stata l'aggressione di Mosca. La difficoltà adesso per il capo del governo britannico è conciliare questa posizione che sicuramente verrà mantenuta con la necessità di tenere in piedi il rapporto transatlantico. 3 giorni fa Starmer è stato anche lui alla Casa Bianca, è stato ricevuto in un incontro molto amichevole, si è parlato anche di dazi e il ritorno a casa di Starmer è stato accolto da tutti molto positivamente, dicendo che insomma il rapporto con Trump era un buon rapporto. Adesso naturalmente la situazione è cambiata completamente, il contesto è del tutto diverso e in questo contesto si arriva alla giornata di domani. Domani ci sarà il summit dei leader europei, in mattinata Starmer sarà di nuovo qui con Zelensky fino a mattinata, poi ci sarà il bilaterale con la Presidente del Consiglio Meloni e subito dopo il summit con i leader europei, il vertice della NATO, il vertice dell'Unione, tra i paesi presenti anche la Turchia. La speranza è che si esca dalla giornata di domani con una posizione chiara e vicina al futuro dell'Ucraina e dell'Europa.
If he's booked in and he can hear it, he should be able to tell you when it's yeah, what's happening? I can shoot the fine, that's what I was doing. Strong splits in, yeah.
Ok. Dimmi, volendo.
You were wonderful.
Quindi adesso vai via.
Adesso dobbiamo scrivere di conseguenza e poi non so da quando vogliono i collegamenti.
Io sto qua, non mi muovo.
You always do like 3 bags.
Vuoi che ti mando qualcuno a farti darti un cambio?
No. No. I'm fine, non vai, sono abituato.
Mi dispiace.
No, ti ringrazio, mi hai portato da bere. Grazie.
Va bene, vado, scrivo e niente, non ci sarò perché lui dicono, questi dicono che arriva alle 5:15. Loro dicono che arriva alle 5:15 e io non sarò qui perché devo scrivere i pezzi.
Però i satelliti fanno diretta alle 6. Devi sicuramente sabato 4:30, se no
Ormai io non ho capito come.
in Downing Street. Can I have the link down my phone, please?
Le mie dirette sono alle 6, che l'incontro sarà finito.
Yeah, and do you know what newspaper channel?
Oppure se no la diretta gliela faccio da su.
dovrai fare lo studio.
Sì. Mi prenderà un accidente, non pazienza.
Se non riesce a entrare.
Sì. Va bene, ci sentiamo al telefono però.
Io sto qua. Sì.
Ok, grazie.
Yeah, great joke. Joe, just look up to me. Joe. Yeah, I just want to just get a good. Yeah, right, thank you.
Someone wants to be Turkish. Yeah, exactly. I messaged them and said, he's coming today. Well, yeah, but he's in Paris.
Doing the shot all the way forward reminds me of place. I don't know why. Doing the shot always reminds me of place. Here's the hand, here's the door.
Thank you. Centre.
Yep.
You know, our friends then.
Well.
Go back that way. Welcome to London.
extraordinary diplomacy ongoing, Lewis, and also a real change of plan. We'd expected to see Volodymyr Zelensky tomorrow among EU leaders at that summit, hastily convened by Keir Starmer, and even more hastily convened meeting will take place here in Downing Street in the next 2 to 3 hours. Volodymyr Zelensky landed at Stansted Airport around just after 11 o'clock this morning, and this meeting will be a key moment in working out whether, I suppose, the relationship between President Zelensky and Trump can be rebuilt, can be restored, whether there is a deal with the US to be struck, and if not, what European nations can do. A certain amount of anxiety and freneticism, I think, in the building behind me, because this was not part of the plan. So much of this week was very carefully choreographed. From that UK spending announcement on defence, boosting defence, to the visit to the White House that sources here thought went really well. Of course, one win that Keir Starmer didn't have was on the issue of Ukrainian sovereignty. That wasn't something he managed to achieve, and what happened in the Oval Office yesterday is maybe a hint to why President Trump didn't move on that. This weekend was supposed to be carefully choreographed, but it hasn't changed. But it has changed, and of course it means, Lewis, that the UK Prime Minister is also playing a bit of a different role in this. He'd spoken before, or rather his allies had spoken before about him wanting to be a bridge between the US and the EU. Maybe now they'll also have to act as a bridge between Volodymyr Zelensky and Donald Trump. The UK suddenly attempting to play a key role in calming tensions and pragmatically moving to the next steps into what seems to be a pretty major diplomatic crisis. And those comments from Mark Rutte in your interview, Lewis, they were really fascinating. Almost very mild, perhaps criticism of Volodymyr Zelensky, saying that meeting was very unfortunate, saying we need to respect what President Trump has done so far from Ukraine. The sort of hint that wasn't great what happened there, but also a feeling from Mark Rutte that Donald Trump needs to be thanked and praised. And if you look at President Zelensky's social media in the last few hours, praise for America, praise for Trump, and praise for members of Congress who supported him, I think is part of that as well. So Volodymyr Zelensky arriving here in the next 2 to 3 hours for what will be a very important meeting with Keir Starmer ahead of that summit of European leaders here in central London tomorrow.
Yes, please, just to let you know when I'm on. I've got IFP connected. I've got next stealth and turn video at the moment.
I like it. Sorry. No, I got to look at it.
I have 3 different bags. I think what I'm going to do is
At some point, behind the ring.
have my battery with my
It's been and gone, and without
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm perfect. Yeah. I just right the centre, do you? You don't need to be right the centre. Probably won't work. Well, yeah, but you
Yeah, I know. I was just looking for that because I saw the ASPs here, right? No worries. Sorry.
the next couple of hours, Lewis. He landed at Stansted Airport this morning, just before midday this morning, and we're expecting that visit, perhaps a handshake with Keir Starmer on the front step of Downing Street. Posing an interesting challenge, though, for Keir Starmer. How do you handle such a complex situation? Keir Starmer didn't tweet last night like many European leaders. Instead, Downing Street released a spokesperson quote saying that he'd both spoken to President Trump and President Zelensky, and also saying that he had unwavering support for Ukraine and is doing all he can to find a path forward. He finds himself, to Keir Starmer, in a fascinating position. Because of President Trump's hostility to the European Union, he is one of the few leaders who can really perhaps broker some form of impasse between the US and Ukraine. Mark Rutte may be involved as well, the NATO Secretary General, on this programme in the last hour, who seemed to be mildly rebuking President Zelensky, and also saying that President Trump should be credited for the US's help. I think that may be something possibly that Keir Starmer echoes, because of course it's not just about what President Zelensky hears, what the man in the White House hears from this meeting that we're expecting in the next couple of hours.
I'll start thinking about it now. So glad I went to get that sandwich. It would have been dying.
Hello? Who's that, sorry? Yes, but I think at the top of the five, I'm yours, basically. So PM, we're going to try and pre-whack about 4:30. And the bulletin is at like 5:25, so as long as it's right on time, which I'm sure it won't be, I can give you sort of the first 15, 20 minutes, I suppose. $5:15 is the time of briefing, not for use.
Right, no, I stopped. So I sent this.
I mean, yes, but he's been late at the White House. Starmer was late at the White House. I mean,
And I think sometime in Korea.
definitely, I will definitely be here top of 5. Yeah.
Then check. This is the one I sold. Exactly.
I've got it.
Well, it's better, isn't it? Fishing is D6, yeah. It's better.
Have I switched on my mic? I have switched on the mic. I could just check.
And it's like, it's razor sharp.
Hi, I've got you. Sure. We're expecting President Volodymyr Zelensky to come to Downing Street in the next few hours for a meeting with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. I think that was brought forward. It wasn't meant to happen until tomorrow. It's okay for you or no worries.
Yes.
Is like arriving. I'm sure they'll get it on a
When I go side.
for us to get it to yeah.
Shall I carry on?
But not. Yeah.
That's it.
So you could pick it up.
Oh, God, yeah. The man online was down there. The man online was down there.
Yes. Okay, so quite a brief throw into a Landau package, and then that's coming off him off a throw from Ben, isn't it? That's not like a live top. That's like a.
Maybe they just don't know the same. Well, so all the people that got done around Regent's Park, they're all riding trench runs.
Helen May
So
put together.
they're having to look at what it says on the bike. Yeah, of course, yes.
Yes.
Handed in his Nokia dumb phone.
Yes, a crucial weekend will be the sort of second throw.
Yeah.
Shit,
Right over, you can't hardly see it. No, that. Yeah, well that's it. I'm just sorry. I'm not going to order it. That's the
Okay. Should we look at the camera? Brilliant. Right. Cool. Thank you so much. The one thing I'm just going to see is she'll know I'm Suscríbete, but I don't want to be, if she's late, I don't want to keep on doing it because it gets closer and closer to think it's all out by off the channel, like 20 past, that's fine. But anything close,
No, I didn't tell you.
Can I say, 20 past all when Zelensky gets in, do you know what I mean? So if he's already in, I don't want to add anything.
That's cute.
So I'm not involved.
Sorry. Yeah, I was supposed to be the office.
I went to see my God.
It's a lot of fun. Do you know who took the 80s? It's not you,
It was.
Will keep me. And so he said he reached out to but what happens? What happens?
I mean, I can't.
Yeah. Camera. Loved it.
I just can't.
I mean, everyone thinks it's going to be fairly soon, but no one knows.
I'm not ready to do that.
Okay, we'll no, you're right, it's not that cold. We'll survive. We'll be here. Just give her a hold when you're close.
Yeah. So just give us a heads up.
Okay. When?
Yes. Well, yeah, you can't work it out. It's like a third. So.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, when he comes. Yeah, I'll be waving like a mad one. Sure. No worries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Not on till 12 past.
12 minutes past.
But this is on the other side.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, it's doing live. Would you be able
Is it live?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry about that.
Hello.
You know what I've done, don't you? Yeah. Wasn't I? I bought the one for the.
No, I'm not the live.
Yeah, the old one. Well, yeah. So this is but this is 600. I didn't have one. I didn't have one of these, but I've sold everything.
对，这样就来。
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this one doesn't come unless you have to leave. It doesn't come very often. Yes, you won't have to do any editing.
This meeting with Keir Starmer not just tomorrow ahead of this. Taking on greater urgency and interest to see Keir Starmer is quite a pivotal time. He had a very successful
Yeah, we're expecting him to arrive here down the street at some point this afternoon after landing earlier on today to the United Kingdom. And this is a meeting that was meant to take place tomorrow on Sunday, but is forward, perhaps not jeopardising after the events on Friday in the White House and that terrible fallout that Zelensky had with Donald Trump. But what we assume that Zelensky will talk to Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, perhaps how to repair his relationship with the American president. How to continue defending his country. He has indicated that he wants contributions, and he's perhaps hoping to get some advice from the British Prime Minister himself. Held what was considered a very successful meeting with Donald Trump in the White House on Thursday, where even though he didn't manage to secure security guarantees from the US to Ukraine, as was one of his goals, the meeting was seen as having gone very well. Warm words of very cordial. It was hoped that Starmer had laid ground to Zelensky to meet Donald Trump on Friday. Of course, we know that things did not go to plan. Now a very battered and bruised Zelensky is coming here to London to meet with Keir Starmer and other European leaders. But as well, people in London have been reacting to the event on Friday. Listen to what he had to say.
January the 7th, they said you could invoice us. I thought, oh, that's a bit of a bonus. It's about 200 quid or something, but that's nothing. I wouldn't have even known unless they'd emailed me. Well,
for the next few hours, to see Volodymyr Zelensky.
I think you're right. I think they should split.
That's right. Keir Starmer is in European leaders in London, and there's already heard all of that from President Friday, but it's now has even bigger cause. NATO allies now have to contend with the idea that perhaps the US no longer militarily support Ukraine. Now they have to see if they are able to step up to that challenge, fill that void, and help defend Ukraine, which is a challenge that many believe would be very difficult.
So much. You just have to have both sides. That bad.
we don't know. We have no idea. It might be. So yeah, so we've got an issue with the battery. It's going to run out if we are off the whole time. Yeah, we don't know. It might not. I'm not actually. So their idea was that we're off, and then yeah.
I mean,
Hello, bro.
Okay.
how far?
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah.
Oh, hi, it's Neve here at camera Downing Street. Can you patch me through to P&P, please?
Why do we need to do that? Why do we need to do that? I'm going on soon. I've got it there. Oh,
yeah,
for bags,
I like
you
it
haven't.
here.
Oh, sorry.
Because I know when
You're
really handy for me.
100%. Yeah, sorry.
Usually
But you're
I
going to change
have my
this.
own IFB, but I want to be back the day I have. So. And they can patch me through like, so I can hear and stuff. Yeah. I had it before and I've lost it. Yeah, I would do it. Yeah, so it's the same thing for you as well. Yeah, thank you.
Huh? Doors this way.
You just step a tiny bit.
Okay, thanks. Oh, I've lost comments. No comments.
No, they've just stopped. They should be back now. I haven't changed anything. Great. Joe, just look at me briefly. Joe.
25 seconds. Certainly is, Lewis, and it's happened much quicker than anyone had expected. We thought we'd see President Zelensky here tomorrow ahead of that leaders summit that Keir Starmer is hosting. Instead, he is expected here in the next hour or two. I think Downing Street officials arriving behind me. The street's absolutely full of international media, which gives a sense of the worldwide attention on this moment, and also the role that Keir Starmer, the UK Prime Minister, is seemingly going to have to play here, partly because of the hostility that Donald Trump feels towards the EU. Keir, we're told, wants to act as a bridge between the US and the EU. Well, maybe you have to act as a bridge between Volodymyr Zelensky and Donald Trump as well. It'll also be fascinating to hear the language that Keir Starmer will use after this meeting. Perhaps, Lewis, it will echo that of Mark Rutte in your interview on BBC News today. A mild rebuke almost of President Zelensky, but also saying that Donald Trump and the US should be credited. Clearly, Mark Rutte is giving advice to one of the two leaders involved in that spat in the Oval Office yesterday, and it's not Donald Trump.
And I've been 172 for ages, but I've had a band back for a while. Yeah, so I've got put mine in a stenosis, which is where you get a collapse. And so they measured me the other way. I'm sure 2 centimetres.
It's hard to say now. Downing Street are pretty quiet. It sounds pretty frenetic in that building behind you. So much of this week had been very carefully planned out, from the defence announcement to the trip to the Oval Office for Keir Starmer to tomorrow's summit of European leaders. What happened yesterday has changed all of that. So we're not getting a great sense of what should be expected tomorrow yet. However, from that Paris meeting a couple of Mondays ago that Emmanuel Macron hosted, this could be another moment where European leaders clarify more what they could provide to any Ukrainian peace deal, whether they would, as Keir Starmer said the UK is, be prepared to put troops on the ground somewhere in Ukraine. Of course, all of that relies, at this stage, as Keir Starmer has repeatedly said, on a US backstop, the US providing some form of security guarantee, be that air support, be that logistics or intelligence. That does seem particularly crucial. Keir Starmer didn't succeed in persuading Donald Trump to back that when he was in the Oval Office on Thursday. Volodymyr Zelensky definitely didn't in the Oval Office on Friday, so a big question mark over what the role of the US could be in any possible peace deal.
Because you really notice at the end of the day, particularly, especially if you're standing up, even if you haven't got the weight of cameras and stuff like that, it's just the standing up. But there's also the other side of something like that, if you carry on your
It's been pretty fulsome and very public, and it stands, Lewis, in contrast to Keir Starmer's strategy, which is to, I suppose, have disagreements in private. He has spoken yesterday, we know, to both Presidents Trump and Zelensky. He didn't tweet about it, like other European leaders. He instead got a press officer to release a statement talking about his unwavering support for Ukraine, saying he's doing all he can to find a path forward. We've seen similar choreography in recent weeks. Keir Starmer wanting, I suppose, to be a bit more low profile in his diplomacy, partly because we know that one person will be watching closely in the Oval Office, and that's Donald Trump.
Australia and New Zealand are totally two different countries, aren't
Yeah, we'll do. Definitely.
defense loan Ukraine.
It does me as well.
So, Nord is brilliant. Pretend you're in Australia.
So many different accents. And of course, we only primarily listen to the ones that use the yeah. But when you actually get to the outback, as it were, America, you get to real people who understand as well as they're saying. It's not only if they got the slang, yeah, but their accents are so big, bizarre, and stuff like that.
I have no idea.
I don't think this fits in with the downstream. You just spoke to that. Yeah, it's hanging down.
Is it really good? I'm not sure it has it. Yeah, it doesn't.
Hectic around.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm texting someone in there now, so I'll wait till I get from you.
Geography is not one of the main points, is it?
Handshake at this point.
Yes. That's why when this came up, I said to Andy straight away.
I can, hello. Absolutely. Who's the hit? Zelensky's not hit. No, absolutely not. Motorcade. I'm just doing this radio 4 as live. Cool, I just need to do one thing first.
Intake her across, Joe. Intake her across.
Intake of recording the line now.
Brilliant. Because we're doing radio 4. Yeah, I've spoken to them. I've spoken to the studio. I've spoken to radio 4.
No, I know you've spoken to the studio. Just saying intake of recording you.
Okay, I know what that means. What does that mean?
You're being recorded.
Oh, it's just in case. Just in case I say something rude, you mean?
It's all good. You're fine.
I just am trying to deal with something involving the king that I just need to get sorted. I know. It's basically we did the king do to me. I just need to get.
I'll try to get a picture. Cheers. Bye. He said it's only the wide one.
帽子老婆那天往那个他的门口去看。
It's okay just to give it 2 minutes until 12:30, which I might get this confirmation. It'll be worthwhile if I do. Thank you, I really appreciate it. I know you guys are so busy. Yeah, good, thank you. Oh, lovely to hear your voice. Yeah. Basically, there is I can do that if you want. If you want to go. This sound level's good enough. Move this like a bit higher. Thank you. Brilliant. Hi, Carol. I can. I've got one question, which is, you're presumably going to say on air this was before you came on air, because, or do you want me to just be very vague and not talk about the arrival? No, he thinks he's going to arrive about 5:15. The point is that I can talk about, I know that Starmer is preparing at the cabinet table, waiting for the meeting. There's some stuff about about Zelensky meeting the king tomorrow. We can talk about. I can do lots of analysis, but if you want it to be completely mindless and don't want to reference when we spoke, I can just do that without too much description. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Yes. Sure. Okay. I think it's both, really, but the start of that meeting may just be both President Zelensky and Keir Starmer trying to share their views on what happened in the Oval Office yesterday. What is very clear is that there is a degree of freneticism within Number 10. This meeting today was not part of the plan. We expected Keir Starmer to have met Volodymyr Zelensky tomorrow on Sunday, ahead or around that European Leaders Summit. There has been a big change of plans, but also a change in the role, really, that Sir Keir Starmer is playing in all of this. Partly because of Donald Trump's hostility to the EU, Keir Starmer's aides had already characterised the role he could play in all of this would be as a bridge between Washington DC and Brussels and European capitals. He may also now need to act as a bridge between President Zelensky and Donald Trump, and it will be fascinating to see what sort of language Keir Starmer uses. We've seen in the last 24 hours some European leaders say punchy things on social media, referencing that Oval Office meeting, or maybe sort of obliquely referring to it. What Keir Starmer did was very different. He hasn't tweeted anything at all. He's not been out in front of the cameras. Instead, he has had calls with both President Trump and President Zelensky yesterday, and released a statement from a spokeswoman saying he has unwavering support for Ukraine, and he's doing all he can to find a path forward. And it'll be interesting to see whether he perhaps echoes what Mark Rutte, the Secretary General, has said to the BBC in the last couple of hours, which seemed to some as a mild rebuke of President Zelensky, saying that we need to respect what President Trump has done so far for Ukraine. Relations need to be restored with Donald Trump, and it's very clear there is only one president who was in the Oval Office yesterday who is now getting advice from Mark Rutte, and it's not Donald Trump. I think there will be definite concern and anxiety. There was certainly anxiety even before Keir Starmer left for Washington DC, and that was articulated by people who work with him, who I've spoken to. I think though what's really interesting is to see the contrast in the approach and sort of emotions of people within Downing Street after their White House meeting and after Zelensky's White House meeting. Certainly Keir Starmer did seem to achieve some things when he met with Donald Trump. One thing he of course did not achieve, which I think he would have liked to, is US commitment to security guarantees, a backstop for the UK and European powers on the ground in Ukraine if there were to be a peace process. Perhaps that was also something that was an augur of what was to happen on the next day. Certainly the way that officials like Mark Rutte and others are talking doesn't suggest that they think this relationship is completely broken down, but a repair process and project will clearly need to be initiated, and perhaps Keir Starmer will need to play quite a major part in that. It's hard to say. They've not been hugely communicative, I think partly because so much of what's happened over the last 24 hours was not expected. The strategy is changing and shifting into Keir Starmer's role in it is moving too. But if we look back to the Paris summit of European leaders, plus the NATO Secretary General, 2 Mondays ago, which is probably the best sort of comparison in terms of a summit, that was an event where different European leaders, I suppose, gave their sense, although some did it privately, of what they could provide in a possible Ukrainian peace process, whether it would be, as Keir Starmer said for the UK, boots on the ground and commitment of troops, or whether it would be something else or not at all. So maybe there will be more steps towards European nations making commitments ahead of a possible Ukrainian peace process, but also perhaps European nations, especially after what happened yesterday, deciding to commit more money to defence in their own nations. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Rosie. Thanks, guys. Cheers. Bye.
Thank you, Prime Minister. And
Hey Joe. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you off.
No, not at all.
What all I meant was that the intake, the news intake desk, were recording your voice just in case it's PM or wondering where to pick it up from.
Oh, I see.
Literally just to let them know that it was being recorded into the building.
Sorry.
on your package. No, sorry, you probably didn't make sense. What's next? So next is the bulletin.
Now?
No, but not until 5:25. Do they want us to do an extra? It's not on my list. So I've got we've got TV6 on at 17:25. Then we're going to do the 6 o'clock news channel after that, and then we'll serve up the radio. Got anything in between?
They just said
But yeah.
You always said you just wear
Yeah.
a jacket and tie.
Sorry, Joe, are they talking to you? No. Sorry, Joe, you're not hearing anyone in your ear, are you? They're not talking to you at the moment,
They were,
are
yeah,
they?
yeah.
But they've gone now, haven't they? They've gone away. Yeah, absolutely. So we're free now until 5:25.
They'll come back to me, I think. So.
Is that what they said? Are they going to come back to you? I'm just wondering about powering down the battery.
No,
Are you sure? You're all right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got a couple of backup ideas.
Yeah? Are you sure? Sorry, Joe, did they say they're going to come back to you?
I think so.
Yeah.
I won't take the after this, so I've got some.
And then at the TV, all right? Yeah.
I might have to go back. I've got this nearly charged enough that I can go back to my old battery.
Can you? Do you think we'll manage then to do this, then the 5:25, then 6 o'clock, then we'll
I've been
see
here for
radio?
about how long? How long have I been here?
An hour and a half? Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Yeah. So, me, 5:15, if they come on schedule, Nathan's the pool, so he's going to go inside and I'll go with him just as a bag carrier. So, Joe, just FYI, at 5:15, if everything's running to time, Nathan Page is the pool camera and he's going to go inside, so I'll go with him as an extra pair of hands.
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
It'll just be you and me. But yeah,
Brilliant.
so you've just got the bulletin.
We're going
there
to be
at that
needed
point.
from 5 o'clock all the way till 5:30.
Yeah, exactly. And then you know about the 1800 news channel hits, don't you? After the network bulletin. So after your 17:25 network bulletin live, you've got a news channel hit at 1800, and then off the back of it, they'd like you to do World Service Radio. And then that's currently our last commitment before the 10.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Did 125 this?
So it's all on your email. I can send you another note if you need.
Yeah. No, I was just saying.
Cool, that's brilliant. So I'm just trying to sort out this King stuff.
Yeah. Do you need anything else? Is there anything I can do? Are you happy? So Joe, you're just going to grab another battery. They didn't say they were going to come back to you right now, did
It
they?
worked.
It's like radio.
What did we say? Did you listen
I
to
did
it?
hear that. I heard that. I think this is TV or radio.
You're going to come with me or can we change the camera battery?
I wasn't expecting anything else.
Oh, fine. Oh, fine, great.
I was going to say, I didn't think they wanted any more. Yeah, it'd be a bit safer, and then we're not going to be on the last legs of the battery. Yeah, definitely.
I have loads, but you know.
Yeah, no, there's nothing more for us now till the national bulletin at 17:25. Totally, yeah.
Wandered up, and then walked straight past the red carpet, wandered up to the next door, and then turned around and looked at all. I was
Are you going to dash pretty much as soon as you get to it then, to me?
Yeah, absolutely.
By the sound of it, she's going to come and grab us.
If you're happy, I'll go and stand with
Absolutely,
Nathan.
go.
So yeah, and you're happy to have to rise as well, aren't you? Good, that's good.
And we'll be
Powered
out
down
whenever
for now.
yeah. They're taking care of that. I'm going to try and get it from the other angle as well, but I think it looks imminent because they've moved everyone back.
And then we'll send this radio to the back.
How are you? See you. Pardon? Yeah. And no one else is free to come in, so. Alright, though, interesting. Worth wasting when it's like this.
Hasn't been unknown.
Hello.
I'm switched off.
Pardon?
I've powered down.
Oh, you powered down, okay.
Yeah. I can power up
No,
any time.
this is on tone, so.
Yeah. I know. I'll definitely power back up. Go on. the mic down a bit lower for when you do it.
Oh, I put it down. Oh, even lower than that. Yeah.
I had retired this coat, and the heaviest coat I owned, thinking you close it. I took it out of retirement. I thought we were getting warm. It's getting a bit warm.
This street is just...
I know.
There's never any luck. It's a lovely sunny day today.
I know.
You could get a
job
tan
earlier,
today.
and I was so hot that I took my jumper, my coat, everything off. I just got so warm.
Really depressing. I'm going to be here before, but I will sit down obviously when your man arrives. Go down. I'll sit when Zelensky arrives.
Oh my God, how are you? So nice to see you as well. Well, I thought it was only...
I know, you have to help us. You have to help us.
Come for a chat, I've got to figure out where. Oh,
If you're with me,
I was I volunteered. In fact, I was literally in a facing where the dogs stood down. Yeah. All right, chat up there. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Oh, am I plugged in? We're really not good yet. Top of the hour unless it comes off.
No.
There's going to be another full count. I'm currently a full count, so I'm even nice and loose in a minute. Which is fine. Because otherwise it's going to be quite easy to do. Maybe I'll start sliding here.
Yeah. 6 minutes, what, like top of the hour?
I wish I was good for two evenings. I'll be honest. amazed. Which is quite cool, because you have a little bit of freedom about just the license. So it's like, I mean, I've done this 40 years, that's fine.
Ciao, obici, ciao da. Voli, Tamačka voli kamere. Ali, da, čujemo da će možda da dođe za jedno 10 minuta iza nas. Ali ne znam, to kažu ovo. Baš.
Okay. Right.
I will keep talking, yeah, I will keep talking, but I might have to like start looking around. Yeah. And then I'll come back then. Yeah. Hiya, how are you? I got you. Maybe that's what we're discussing.
Joe, just a little step to the left. Perfect.
The car's arriving now. It possibly comes. I don't know, but there's two cars arriving at the back. Now, is that? Maybe they did with the entourage, but they say he was coming that way.
They say it.
Have they said that?
That's what I think. Symbolism from the British state, but Keir Starmer being about but also reporting in the last half hour airways guide that tomorrow, part of this 12-week round of the
already took peril at this moment where the US has shown for so long their staunch ally of that country at the face of Russian aggression, all of a sudden now no longer being somebody standing steadfast as Ukraine aggression continues, but instead really suggesting now somebody playing the role of Russia. A huge change, a huge blow for Ukraine. Keir Starmer today trying to write that balance sheet, and you stand in Downing Street waiting for the motorcade in the way to stand here bringing President into town, into Westminster, into the hard part of the system in order to hold this meeting with Keir Starmer. We'll be looking at so much. In the first instance, the body language is this a man going in?
Little left, Joe. Joe, a little left. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
And then
frenetic activity here in Downing Street. World media alongside the waiting and the arrival of the motorcade. Maybe in the next 10, 15, 20 minutes or so, the Ukrainian president will Because at those Jonathan, where the divisions were laid at the land bare between UK allies like France who have sided with Ukraine and the new American administration suddenly treating this conflict in a way that you have not seen for the last few years. Big policy differences on whether or not there should be a straightforward immediate ceasefire and whether or not the US should come up with some kind of
we're putting a handshake on the step of Downing Street in the next 15 to 20 minutes. A lot of international media attention here, which is very rare for a Saturday. We've seen more photographers arrive from the Ukrainian delegation, of course, has been accompanying President Zelensky on his travels to Washington DC and then here. Very important to say, this was not part of the plan. So we expected President Zelensky to be meeting Keir Starmer tomorrow ahead of that planned summit of European leaders on the topic of Ukraine. He's appearing here early. I'm told that Keir Starmer has been in the cabinet room on the ground floor of Downing Street preparing for this meeting. A very interesting role that Keir Starmer will now play, partly because of Donald Trump's hostility to the European Union. Keir Starmer now finds himself potentially as somebody, one of very few people who could really help broker a deal and try and help repair relations between the US and Ukraine. Certainly in recent weeks, Keir Starmer's allies have talked about him being a bridge between the EU and the US. Maybe he'll now also be a bridge between Kyiv and Washington DC. A significant meeting, of course, so it's not clear what can be achieved today. Certainly the two, I suppose, major questions are: can relations between Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky be repaired, and is a deal possible between the US and European nations like the UK, still providing a backstop in the event of a Ukrainian peace deal? Those are the two, I suppose, key issues, Lewis, at the top of the agenda for today's hurriedly arranged bilateral meeting.
After the president, after his encounter with Donald Trump in the White House, and certainly he will be looking to Keir Starmer about how he might repair the relations with Donald Trump. This is something he has indicated he wants to do, and US support is something that his country desperately needs to continue investing.
I don't know what you thought, Lewis. To me, that seemed like a mild rebuke to President Zelensky. I suppose Mark Rutte realises it's very important to keep the US on side and to keep the US within his alliance, within NATO. He said in that interview with BBC News, we need to respect what President Trump has done so far for Ukraine. We need to restore relations with Trump. We need to credit Trump, he said twice. But of course, fascinating that the NATO Secretary General is providing advice to one president who was in the Oval Office yesterday, but not to the other. And perhaps could Sir Keir Starmer echo that sort of language? It has been fascinating that over the last 24 hours, the UK Prime Minister has used different tactics and seems to be following a different strategy from some of his European counterparts. He certainly hasn't been tweeting. Instead, he's been on the phone, calling both President Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky last night, and also releasing, as Downing Street did, a statement last night saying he has unwavering support for Ukraine and he is doing all he can to find a path forward. I suppose the reason for this different choreography, less confrontational choreography, is that firstly he wants to keep Donald Trump on side, especially after that visit to the White House this week, which sources in Downing Street seem very pleased with, seem to think had gone well. And also ultimately it's about what can be achieved in the long term here. The only way Keir Starmer believes that a peace process is possible in Ukraine is with the United States playing a role. Donald Trump is going to be in the White House for the next almost 4 years, and therefore he needs to be part of that, and he needs to be respected as part of that, even though after watching the events of last night that does look a very, very different relationship, Lewis, to try and rebuild.
On the back of his own very successful visit to the White House on Thursday, which was very cordial and very warm words there, even though he did not secure the security guarantees from the US for Ukraine. This is one of his goals there.
I'll dip when he comes.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Does that make it better or worse?
So you were in Washington yesterday?
Or maybe like a proper coffee machine, like a barista.
Yeah, of course, whenever you like.
Like a tea bag. When I was 16, my mate wrote it, and my mate got job. His dad was Chris Smith, and so dad was, yeah, he does come. Chris Smith was taking me and dad kids, and he was a polycyclic Yeah. Exactly. I think he used to get pretty something like crisp. Yeah. Yeah, I used to keep it. So Dan and I, when we were 15, used to go into his garden. I had loads of his bricks. The best one was he won the picture at the Olympics. Alan Wells started 100 metres and shot on the side. And Alan Wells comes out first. Yeah. Yes. Obviously, when I started getting but when it went to most yeah, we had 5-volt tank, and you went to where you looked at the tape. So when you started loading the film, if you didn't use the bag, yeah, you changed it, and then suddenly you look and you can see everything when you're loading the
quite past the president. Donald Trump is not yet willing to discuss even in chief public what electronic security.
Nice white film.
The point, interestingly, where President Zelensky and Donald Trump seem to sort of the bit the president when they fell out was where President Zelensky kept retracting that you can't trust President Putin. We repeatedly did deals with him over prisoners, over territory, and he breaks his word. Donald Trump's reply was simply, he hasn't broken his word to me. And I think that's where the biggest policy and diplomatic kind of things that that's when it's the biggest lack of resolution of I think. What anybody does about that isn't clear. But it would also be wrong to suggest that Europe is completely united. The UK and France, it seems in complete lockdown. But take Italy now. Prime Minister Maloney will want to call the Lancaster House and the other European leaders. The Italian government is really very clear that it's not at all keen to take part in any kind of peacekeeping. Quite suspicious of this in Czech. They say only if there's something involved.
But then you have to put that movement. That's the problem. It's only things what
So the sort of diplomatic scandal from Keir Starmer, the difficulty and challenges that he faces aren't confined to perhaps trying to move President Zelensky or President Trump slightly closer together after yesterday's coming out. But also to try and get those who turn up the wider cast tomorrow all on the same day. It is so full of so many different directions. So this wasn't the weekend anybody really expected to have. So we just have to see when that most picks up, possibly in the next few minutes. There's no sign of activity immediately right now.
Frenetic. Oh, that's right. Tonight's not a night. Tonight is not a night to sound bites. But I feel that he's a really crucial material.
How much?
Yeah, we think he's going to arrive at 20 past.
Sam.
No, I've got to do the bulletin at 25 past.
Sam.
Right.
That could look great. Joe, that could look great.
Well,
That could look great. You wouldn't be able to hear anything.
and I'm happy to stay, yeah, if you want, yeah, of course. I don't mind, but I do speak the bulletin as well, yeah.
Yes, they've got two cameras on the but yeah, I'll try and shout something.
Joe, just look at me briefly.
Absolutely, Lewis. We're expecting President Zelensky to arrive on the street in about 5 minutes' time. We're just looking to one source within Downing Street who says that tomorrow really needs to be about action and about moving forward. This source has said the UK has spent billions supporting Ukraine, and the Prime Minister really wants tomorrow's meeting to be about next steps. I think there is also a concern within Number 10 that they do not want this meeting of EU leaders to look like it's sort of EU versus UK dynamic. They want to make it very clear that the UK is not picking a side. It's about rallying behind Ukraine. And also we've seen very different approach from Keir Starmer, and the language he's used in a statement from one of his team last night, not tweeting to some other European leaders. This source has said when last night happened, the first thing Keir Starmer did was get on the phone. Some got on Twitter. He got his sleeves rolled up. Now, of course, that is how those in the building behind me want to characterise the Prime Minister's role in all of this. Of course, there is huge pressure on him to try and succeed and achieve something that this weekend he's almost accidentally become a central figure in trying to broker some form of improvement in the relations between Ukraine and the US. We already knew he wanted to try and act as a bridge between the US and EU now. He might have to try and soften relations between Donald Trump and between Volodymyr Zelensky too. One extra point that is really interesting we've had in the last hour is confirmation that the King Charles, will meet Volodymyr Zelensky tomorrow. We're not quite sure where. We understand that was on the advice of the government. Important and interesting that the King is meeting Zelensky, because we also know who is fascinated by the royal family. Donald Trump, of course, who accepted that state visit to London during that meeting with Keir Starmer on Thursday. So what is Downing Street trying to achieve by brokering that meeting? It will be fascinating to see the pictures, if there are pictures, of that encounter between the King and the Ukrainian President. And of course, one person who may be watching is the man, Lewis, sitting in the Oval Office. Absolutely. And what will they commit to? That seems to be a key question everyone is asking at the moment. That Paris meeting hosted by President Macron 2 Mondays ago was a moment where some nations decided to explain whether they would or not be prepared to put troops on the ground in Ukraine in the event of a peace deal. From everything I'm hearing from Downing Street the last 10 minutes or so, they want there to be more commitments, more action tomorrow, but of course different countries are in very different positions with regards to their finances and with regards to their military. The UK, of course, has decided to ramp up its defence spending. That was announced on Wednesday of this week, reaching 2.5% of GDP by 2027. But what can different nations provide to Ukrainians? Still no arrival of President Zelensky here, but this street is full of international media, and right next to me a phalanx of press photographers awaiting that arrival. We've also seen in the last few minutes the Ukrainian press delegation arrive here too. They, of course, were some of the journalists in the Oval Office yesterday witnessing that very ill-tempered encounter between President Zelensky, Vice President, and President Trump as well. They, of course, have been travelling on the plane with President Zelensky and watching the leader of their country on this pretty dramatic international diplomatic mission. What will the faces of President Zelensky and Keir Starmer look like when they shake hands on the step of Downing Street in the next few minutes? It will be fascinating to see, and what will be the mood of those leaders behind the scenes too. Hi, yeah, I can hear you. I am clear. He's not here, so definitely have that live shot ready. I'm very... Of course, we're going to the original plan. Yeah, I'm hearing you. So we'll go with that original plan then. So it's 20 seconds top into Landale, and then a question from Ben afterwards about tomorrow, and then the alternative is I'm very happy to fill, because I've done this on Sky a lot. So if you want me to talk because he's arriving or something, or dip as he arrives or whatever, just tell me and I can deal with that. But if you wanted, I know it's not ideal, but if you want to, but if for example he arrives during the Landau package, you know, I can talk. Do you know what I mean? If you want to come out and cut to it, that's also possible. Oh, I see. Got it. Okay. Plan A then. Fantastic. Yeah, something like that, yeah, exactly. Oh, here he's coming now. Oh no, I just saw the outright. Doors opening. 2 minutes. Okay. is it.
What's your message to Donald Trump, Mr. Zelensky? Can a deal be salvaged, President Zelensky? What's your message to the US President? Can a deal be salvaged, President Zelensky? What is your message to Donald Trump? What's your message to Donald Trump, President Zelensky? Keir, can you help broker a deal?
Exactly.